We're here in Mankato, and we're about to start the final 52nd and final scrimmage. We've got the legendary Bob Lurtsema. Bob, 52 years. What's it like to have been here, and what's it like leaving finally?
I'll tell you, the players do not know how lucky they have it down here. We had more fun, and you know that all the people listening out there, Bob, we loved it. And during our spare times, we had the rockets we blasted off and fireworks, bocce ball. We did everything in our spare hours. And I got so many stories that I could go on for hours and hours and tell you all the fun that we had down here at Mankato.
It's fun still for these players, and it always is the lineman. It's the defensive lineman, the offensive lineman. There's your prankster. I gotta believe that you were heading that charge, weren't you?
No, I'm an introvert. Tough to draw a conversation out of me. Of course I instigated everything.
Did you want to share something that's family friendly that you did?
Oh yeah, 11 o'clock, curfew, had to be in your room, right? Well, we come back at 11 o'clock, you're hungry. So we call Jake's Pizza, and we say, large mushroom sausage, send it over to room 223, where Doug Sutherland and I were roommates. Well, they can't get in, of course, so we have to go through the window. So what we do, we wrap sheets together, couple drop it down, they put the pizza in there, and remember this, get the product first before you pay for it. So we got the product, we brought it up, with the sheets, and then we gave them, then we sent the money down once we okayed the product. And just, things like that. And then we have Freddie the Frog.
Jim Marshall?
Yep, we set up in a rocket, and nobody found Freddie, although we had a parachute on him.
Well, that's a Humane Society will be happy about that one.
Oh, yeah, we're safe there, Tom. We got no problem.
I'll tell you, though, a lot of people don't realize it is we've got a couple players here in Everson Griffin, Brian Robinson, got a lot of sacks. But they don't have as many as you, and you may not know this, but you had 66 in your career, and they're shy of that, but they're getting close. Is there anything particular you'd like to do to make sure they don't get to your sack record?
Here's the difference. We never cared about records. And they say there's no I in team, there's 11 I's in team. You win as a team. But we never got into the, how many tackles did you have? What'd you do? Do we still have a job? How do we grade out as an individual for that game? And that was the thing you worked for, because you had to play as good as you can to help your teammate. So all these stats they keep now, we were never, ever worried about them. And if it happens, it happens. But that's the last thing we worried about. We worried about winning, number one. Number two, where the party was after the game.
And I know you. If they break that record and you find out about it, you're the first person to call them, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. They even Ray Edwards, I'm second for the most playoff sacks at 2.5, and then Edwards gets 4 in one game, and now all of a sudden I'm second, which is where I've been my whole life, so it wasn't a big deal. But never knew I had the record to start with. Didn't care even that I had it. It wasn't a big deal because, hey, I'm having fun, and how dumb are the Viking organization? They're paying me to have fun?
It's a good life.
Nothing wrong with that picture, I'll tell you.
Last question for you. You've seen the Vikings in the Super Bowl. It's been a long drought here in Minnesota. When you look at this scrimmage tonight, what are you looking for as a fan, in this case, to say this team may have what it takes to get to the Super Bowl, which is here in Minnesota this year?
They're all talking about the offensive line. I talk deep threat. If you haven't got any wide receivers, then your safeties are going to come up on the line of scrimmage. That puts pressure on the run. Cornerbacks come up, pressure on the run. So I'm going to watch to see what type of move the receivers have. I'll be watching the offensive line awful close. But then as far as the receivers go, I want to see what's there, because I love Zimmer. He's just like Bud. And you make a mellow mistake, he'll tell you once. The second time, he'll cut you. That's the way it should be. And so I'm really excited for him. And I think without 10-6 is so realistic. And oh, by the way, Cook, our number one draft choice, has work ethic. And people out there, these players, 22, 23, they go have a little nap between. Wait a minute, you're not in shape. If we would have napped, Bud would cut you. So he's got work ethic, because there's too many athletes out there. And I think people that are listening to this, and I know you have a great following, congrats. If you don't have work ethic, you can't really be coached. And in high school and college, a lot of athletes are so good that they don't have to try. They don't need work ethic. Their athletic ability puts them there. But then they hit the pros, work ethic. But work ethic, if you're terrible, like what I was, I really didn't come together until I was a senior in college. If you get work ethic, if you have any chance at all, it's going to carry over to your work after college, and then on any type of sports where you're participating. It's just a good habit. Like you, I know you put in a lot of long hours and stuff to remember in that computer mind of yours. Drive me crazy, but
somebody's got to do it.
That's right. But work ethic, and if you feel good about yourself, then nobody can ever put you down. They used to rip on me. Your bench won't go back. Hey, I gave you what I had. And you could coach me because, hey, this is what I got. This is where I'm going to react. And then now I'm part of the formula, one of the 11. Because Bob's going to be flat on his back, buried on this place. So Eller and Page cover for Lurch, and he's out of it, or whatever. But I'm consistent because of my work ethic, and the coaches can coach me because they know that's what Bob's got, because he's doing the best he can every play.
And that's your coachability. You've got Rodney Adams and Stacey Coley here, the potential new kick returners. Have you tried to coach them? Because we realize you've had 2 kick returns in your career. I know you could have gone all the way with either one.
That one was 6 yards, I believe.
Yeah, I almost got you speechless there.
You did. I'm trying to think how long the second one was.
Well, on this thing, a lot of injuries last year. If we need you, can you suit up for a few more plays?
I got one more play left in me, and I'll give you everything I got.
I love it. Bob, thanks for joining us.
Keep up the good work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
From Mankato.
He knows his stuff.
I'm Tom Moore. That's Bob Lurtsema.